Y'all doing all right this evening?
Yep.
That's good. I never know what to say at the beginning or like in the in-between part, so I'm just going to read this poem called Old Pat and His Tombstone. When I was 16, I used to pay this homeless guy to buy me booze. He always bought Mad Dog 2020. It was his favorite drink. He'd buy one for himself and one for me. He always brought grape flavor. He said grape had 15% more alcohol. After that, I always wanted grape too. We drank in graveyards. Graveyards are good places to drink. The cops ain't there to pass judgments, only the dead, and the dead don't judge. This homeless guy, he called himself Pat or Pop. I don't really remember. He was an old black man, had a scraggly white beard, had scraggly white hair on his head, had a strange way of talking like music. He had this sing-song sounding voice that reminded me of all those old movies with all those old Negro uncles on all those old front porches who'd sit white children on their laps and sing and sometimes dance and always tell stories. He stayed over at the rescue mission on Broadway most of the time. They don't have front porches there, so we drank in graveyards. Sometimes we'd lean against headstones like front porch swings. One time we were drinking, leaning on headstones, and Pat all of a sudden said, "Well, I'll be damned." And I said, "What?" "There's old Merle Walker." "Where?" "Right there in the ground." Pat stood up, walked over to this tombstone, stooped over and read, "Merle Walker, 1919 to 1987, gone to glory." Then Pat said, "Shit." And I said, "Shit?" And Pat said, "Gone to glory." That's some bullshit right there. You don't believe it? You don't believe in heaven, Pat? It ain't that. It's what somebody wrote there. Then Pat took a long drink. Then he said, "Merle Walker loved a one-eyed whore. She had, what do you call it, syphilis. Merle got it from her. They had 2 kids together. The first one died at birth, the next one was born blind and couldn't walk right. They lived over in this ratty-ass house on Magnolia Avenue. The kid died at 12, she died at 36. Merle Walker never quit talking about them until he died at 68. That's what his tombstone ought to say." I said, "There ain't enough room." He said, "I know it." Then he drank some more. Then he said, "I'm going to need me a great big tombstone when I go on to glory."
All right.
That's it.